What's up, Amazon sellers? Are you worried about your IPI score or your inventory performance index score? Well, do not worry, because today I'm going to explain what it is and how you can improve it. So stay tuned. Right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson and I've been selling on Amazon now for 4 years. And if you don't know, over the last 12 months, we have just broken through the £1 million barrier doing online arbitrage. I know I am excited and I've learned so much on my journey, which I share with you in these videos. And hey, if you want to see more videos about selling on Amazon, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below to obviously be notified when I release more videos. It's going to help you out in your business, maybe on the way to 7 figures as well. But hey, enough about me. What are we going through today? Well, first thing first, number one, I'm going to go through what is IPI. Number two, I'm going to go through why the IPI score is important. Number three, I'm going to talk about how the IPI score is calculated. And then finally, number four, what you're here for, how to increase your IPI score in your Amazon FBA Seller Central. So let's get started now. So first things first, number one, what is IPI? Well, quite simply, it's the Inventory Performance Index, or IPI. Now, it is a metric to measure your inventory performance over time. Quite simply, IPI simply measures how efficient and productive we are in managing the FBA inventory within Amazon's warehouses. Now, to see your IPI score, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on the computer to show you where to find it and just to make sure you know what you're looking at. So let's jump on now and I'll show you where to find the IPI score. Right, first things first, what you want to do is log into your Seller Central, and then you want to come up here to Inventory and you want to go to Inventory Planning. And once you click on that, you are going to get to this dashboard here, and right down here, you've just got your Inventory Performance Index. That is going to be the number that you're looking at. And you can see for me right now, we're on 566. What you can do is you can click on that, and what will happen is it will load up into a little bit more detail about your Inventory Performance Index and the top influencing factors, and give you more information about that. Now, you might be asking, why should we care about the IPI score? And that leads me nicely to chapter number 2, why your IPI score is important. Look, the IPI score relates directly to the amount of storage space Amazon allocates to FBA sellers in their warehouses for a certain quarter of the year. Now, Amazon always states in their seller guidelines that they may begin implementing storage limits for professional sellers with a certain threshold, which at the time of making this video right now is a minimum of an IPI score of 500. So what does this mean? As long as the IPI score remains above that minimum score, remember 500, sellers will have what's known as unlimited storage space at the FBA warehouses. Now, however, if the IPI score goes below the minimum score, remember 500 at the time of this video, and it has changed in the past, sellers may receive an email from Amazon 6 weeks before the end of the quarter with information about potential storage limits. Now, if the score does not increase to above the minimum score by the end of that quarter, the limits will apply for the whole of that next quarter. So keep on top of this, really important. Now, Amazon is serious about wanting to use their FBA fulfillment centers, not for long-term storage, but as a fulfillment center for FBA sellers. Now, if a seller makes a habit of sending in inventory that doesn't sell quickly, Amazon will find a way to encourage that seller to remove that inventory from their warehouses, like imposing storage limits or storage fees. And obviously one measure of that is the IPI score, that's kind of telling you you're not doing what Amazon wants you to do. Now, always remember that your IPI score will not affect your restock limits, which is something else, but your IPI score at the end of this quarter will only affect your storage volume for the next quarter. Restock limits are defined on a weekly basis, pretty much as what we're seeing at the moment, based generally on how many units you've sold in the prior couple of weeks. And we think it's probably about 13, although Amazon aren't particularly clear on that. So what I'll do now is jump on the computer and show you through the restock and also the storage volume limits as well. Let's jump on the computer now and look at that. So again, I've just come back into here. So this is where I clicked before. Remember, I went to inventory and I went to inventory planning. And then what did I do? I actually clicked on the IPI score to come to this page. So if you're on there, you can literally just click on that IPI score, show details, and it's going to load it up. Oh no, sorry, not show details. you're going to click on this right here. Okay, so I come in, remember inventory performance, and I clicked on inventory performance index, and it takes me over quite nicely to this page. Now, one thing you're going to notice is obviously you can scroll down and see the different things, but down the bottom here, it shows you restock limits and storage volumes. Now, quite simply, there are two things, restock limits and the storage volumes. Now, your IPI score affects your storage volume. So this is how much space you can physically take up within Amazon's warehouses, which is, for me right now, unlimited because my IPI score's good, over 500, which is the current target, I think. So, but interesting enough, restock limits, I do have a value on there. So that's based on volume of units sold. Now, just to show you, if you come over to this hand side, you've got some icons here. You've got the eye icon. So if we click on these, what we're going to do is you can load up some more information about them if you are interested. And if you scroll down, what you can see is here, it says restock limits, and then again, storage limits. And it says here, IPI score relevance. Restock limits applies irrespective of IPI score. So your restock limits apply regardless of what your IPI score is. And for the storage limits, applies if you are below the IPI threshold. Again, 500 is the value they're looking for. So you can see there that it's showing that the restock limits apply regardless of your IPI score. So your IPI score does affect your storage limits, but it doesn't affect your restock limits. Just be mindful of that. Now look, before we proceed on how you can improve your IPI score, you should first take note of what are the factors that affect your IPI score. Look, quick question for you guys before I jump in how to improve IPI scores. I want to know, what have you done to improve your IPI score? Let me know in the comments down below. Or perhaps maybe you're struggling. Let me know where you're struggling and what your needs help on. And hopefully I can help you with that. Let me know in the comments down below. So this leads me nicely onto chapter number 3. How is the IPI calculated? Well, Amazon has not made it exactly clear how the IPI is calculated, but the score is based on a 0 to 1000 scale. Now, even though calculating the IPI isn't exactly clear, Amazon gives us some indication of the 4 metrics or subcategories they're looking at to calculate the IPI score. These are excess inventory, sell-through, stranded inventory, and the in-stock inventory. Now, to show you this, let me jump back on my screen, and obviously I'll show them on my account, and you can see where we're at as well. Now, remember we came into Seller Central, inventory planning, and then we click on the inventory performance index, and that's going to jump us nicely over to, and that's going to take us here. Now, you can see these top influencing factors right here. You can see these top influencing factors right here. And then also as well, you can see ways to improve your performance, and they talk about that down here in the 4 factors. Now, if you click through to the new performance inventory tab on your dashboard, you can see a breakdown, obviously the categories, which I just talked through, and obviously the subcategory scores below, and obviously the sliding scale, which you can see just up here. You can see pretty much all of mine are in green, apart from in-stock inventory, which is a problem obviously with the retail arbitrage model. Now, also as well, it kind of gives you an indication of like red, orange, green, and really good green to say how you're performing, so where you need to improve. So for us, in-stock inventory is something we want to improve on. Okay, so managing your IPI score can be a lot of work. It's about managing your inventory, managing your stock, managing all your back of house process, and quite simply, that takes time, and that takes time away from the essentials of our business. Managing our back of house is just administration, but interesting enough, what really brings value to your business, it's finding deals, selling deals, and making the money. And what do you need to do that? Well, you need more deals. Now, quite simply, you can do leads, and we offer a service in FastTrackFBA for leads, but also as well, we offer VAs, virtual assistants, and we do manual sourcing VAs for online arbitrage in the UK, USA, and even done many other marketplaces as well. Now, quite simply, why am I talking about this? Well, because you can be managing your inventory, but it's time away from finding products. And you know what? That is something that someone else can be doing in your business, and having a VA to find you products within your business is such a powerful expansion of your business that it just allows you to grow. And as a result, what do I recommend? Well, get a VA, but not just any VA, a FastTrackFBA VA Academy VA. Why? Because we have been doing this now for over a year. We've trained and placed over 200 VAs with our clients. We have over 100 clients who've used us. And quite simply, we do everything from the recruitment to the screening, to the contract writing, to the training, to the 12 weeks aftercare support that's going to help you get a VA and get results. Not only do we support the VA, we also support you as a client in growing them, developing them. Even if you want to promote them up to purchasing manager, we can help you with that as well. All part of the package you get with the FastTrackFBA VA Academy. If you're interested and want to know more, maybe you've got some questions, you can book in a free 30-minute consultation call at the link below or fasttrackfba.com/VA. Have a look, I'll drop a link down below. Trust me, I think you'll really like it. Now, this leads me nicely onto chapter number 4, how to increase your actual IPI score within Amazon. Now look, the formula to compute the IPI score is still a mystery, but there are subcategories that we believe we can influence the IPI score, and let's focus on these subcategories to clarify how we can improve those, and as a result, we'll improve our overall IPI score. So, first of all, let's start with the subcategory that are related to your, number 1, excess inventory and sell-through rate. Now, excess inventory is generally a measure of how quick you are selling your stock, and also as well, stock that isn't going to be selling as quick as Amazon would like them to would be considered what's known as excess inventory. Now, Amazon has a measure for this, and we'll talk about that in a moment, where you can see all your excess inventory. Now, quite simply, the ways to fix these are, generally speaking, reducing your prices to increase your sell-through rate, or by removing the items in the Amazon warehouses, maybe back to your own warehouse. Now, generally speaking, a lot of the time, what you can do is reduce that price down. And what that's going to do, yes, you might take a little bit less profit, but if you are holding that stock over the long term, the cost of holding that stock is actually probably going to be more than the less profit you're going to make by reducing it down now. But also as well, because you've just sold that item, you can now invest that into other stock, which is fast moving. So don't be worried about, should we say, reducing, maybe getting a lower profit, because there are other costs involved, even the cost of not buying a product which is selling really fast. So just keep that in mind. What I'll do now is I'm going to jump over onto the computer and show you how to find out about excess inventory and where Amazon shows you the data to see those products. So here we came in again. So remember, inventory, set essential inventory planning, and we're back here. And quite simply, you can see here, we've got excess number of units. What you can do is click on that, and it's going to take you through to understand what products are, should we say, are considered excess. Now, if I come back to my inventory planning, and if I actually click through to my inventory performance index, what you're going to be looking at is scrolling down. You can see here, excess inventory. You can click on show more details and see where you're at. And you can see here, it says excess units 8. So I just showed you 8 that we can see. And also that's what it's reporting there. So estimated total storage cost, it's going to show me there how much I'm spending that. And you can see my historic percentage over time has come down. Why? Because we've been making really great strides to improve that excess inventory or reduce it down. Now, to summarize, to improve your excess inventory performance, short answer, don't send too many units at one time into Amazon. Drip feed them in, obviously if they're a slow selling item, and also manage your inventory age to try and avoid, should we say, Amazon high storage fees, long-term storage fees. Generally, Amazon is not a storage facility, fulfillment facility. And what they want is they want you to be fulfilling those orders, not storing them. Now, a top tip for you, this is where an automated repricing tool can come in handy. Having a repricer can help you be more efficient in reducing your inventory, which is taking too long to sell. How? By by setting the prices lower in your older items, you can get that stock shifted and obviously decreasing your stock age or excess inventory because you're more aggressive on your pricing. Now, having a repricer is very efficient for an Amazon FBA business because, hey, again, it can decrease your stock holding, like I just talked about, but also whilst trying to help you maintain a good ROI within your business. Now, what I will do is I'll drop a video up here about a repricing tool that I'm using in my Amazon business that's going to support you in obviously your business as well. Now, the next one to talk about is the FBA sell-through rate, which is the number of units sold and shipped over the past 90 days divided by the average number of units stored at the fulfillment centers during that period. Now, improving your sell-through rate can help you increase your IPI score, and conversely, a decrease in your sell-through or holding too much inventory compared with sales may obviously decrease your IPI score over time. Now, if you've recently shipped a lot of units in anticipation of sales, you may see your FBA sell-through rate temporarily decrease. However, so long as you are ramping up your sales to balance your inventory volumes, you should see your sell-through rate improve. Now, how do you increase your IPI score? Through two parts. Number one, your excess inventory, and obviously number two, your FBA sell-through rate. Well, quite simply, Amazon keeps tabs on how quickly your inventory sells, both by the excess inventory and through the sell-through rate metrics, which are indications of whether your inventory sells quick enough to suit Amazon's warehouse capacity. And also to improve your IPI score, these areas, you need to be making sure you aren't sending too many units into the warehouse at any one time, and also monitoring your inventory age to make sure you don't have too much inventory facing potential long-term storage fees. Now, Amazon gives you information on the inventory age tab of your inventory dashboard to help you make decisions about how to deal with your aged or excess inventory. And what I'll do now is I'll jump back on the computer and we'll show you that in person. Okay, so again, come into Seller Central, go on to inventory, go on to inventory planning, and I'm going to click on the inventory performance index here, and I'll see what we can do is load up. If we just scroll down, we can see FBA sell-through rate, and if I click on show more details, you can see here mine is in green, and we can see my historic rate, what's happened to it. Sell-through rate has got better and better. Why? Because we're just increasing our sales volume, and we can see here number of units sold in the last 90 days, 22,876. So if you want to improve your sell-through rate and how do you view the data, click here, improve sell-through rate. What's it going to do? It's going to take you through to your FBA inventory age. Now, what you're going to be looking at is those FBA sell-through rate here. You can see this is already sorted, and what we're trying to do is the number of units. You can see here, it tells you. So it's trying to show you the items which haven't sold or have got a very low sell-through rate over the last 90 days. You can see here, this top item's got 0, probably because it's just coming into stock and maybe there's something going on. But you want to be looking at those items and seeing which ASINs maybe are getting low sales, low traffic, for example. They're repricing. Really looking at how that one product is on the listing and obviously improving that sell-through rate. Now, in our business, we lessen, should we say, our excess inventory through repricing. And since there's a new restocking limit, we are also now aiming to be, should we say, more aggressive on our pricing to increase that sell-through rate. But not only that, we're also looking to find faster selling ASINs just to ensure that we are getting the volume through as well. Now, at times that means we are taking a lower ROI, but we are working to Amazon's requirements in regards to not only shipping stock through the restock limits, but also the IPI score as well. Now, this leads me nicely onto the next one, which is stranded inventory. Now, stranded inventory is an inventory item which is in the fulfillment center that does not have an offer on Amazon. And as a result, this hurts your IPI score. So quite simply, a product is in Amazon's warehouses that can't be purchased by the customer, and as a result, it's just stuck there. Now, as with excess inventory, stranded inventory will contribute towards your storage fees if left unfixed or unresolved, i.e. if you're holding there for a long period of time, stranded, there is going to be a problem and a fee to pay towards that, obviously in long-term storage fees. So quite simply, just be mindful of that. And that's going to take away from your FBA revenue. Now, top thing for you, make sure you are checking your stranded inventory regularly and do what it takes to resolve that problem to get it fixed, i.e. unstranded. Now, to show you how we fix stranded inventory, I'm going to jump into a previous video that I've made and just show it to you here. So watch this. This is going to really help you understand how to fix stranded inventory. Cool. Okay, so I've just jumped on the computer now. So first things first, what you want to make sure is that you are logged into your Amazon Seller Central account. And you can see here I'm logged in. What I will say is I'll kind of blur out some sections because obviously it's like my products that I'm selling. So just be mindful of that, but come in and make sure you're logged into Amazon Seller Central in the back of house section. And what we'll do is we'll kind of go through it now, exactly what you want to do. So first things first, what you want to do is along the top menu bar, come up to here, inventory, and then go over to manage FBA inventory. That's going to just take you to the right page. So along the top again, you can see fix stranded inventory. You can see there I've got 14 right now that need to be fixed. So click on that. And that's going to get you into the right section. So what I recommend doing is sort it by date. And the reason is it just helps you manage, like, if you've got quite a few, it helps you manage which ones you're going to do. So sort it by date. You can see this very top one right here. It's got our product, and it's got the product name is missing. And then over the side, it says stranded reason, deleted listings. Again, it tells you why. And then what it does is on the right-hand side of the menu of the box, it can tell you what action you can take. So you can click the drop down, but quite simply for us here, it says create new listing. And obviously that's Amazon telling us what we need to do. Now for us, what we're going to do is we're going to go in and create a new listing to resolve this problem. And if this is a deleted listing, and I talked about that earlier about, there are many reasons why you might have them. For us, this one is going to be a deleted listing. So what we'll do now is jump in and create that. But also you can see, I'll just say it, you can see here, stranded inventory. It tells you the date it was actually stranded. So you can see like how old that stranded inventory is and what the problem is. So jump onto create new listing now, and we'll go through the workflow for solving this problem. So let's click on that. And what it's going to do is just load up into exactly what it said, create a new listing to Amazon. And you can see the product here, it's already got our SKU, it's got the product itself. So what we're going to need to do is put in the price. So I'll put in the price now. I think that is what, it's 24.76. So let's put in 24.76. Cool. Brilliant. And then what I'm going to need to do is put in condition. So new, you can see that there, new now. And obviously fulfillment, FBA, it's already in the warehouses, so FBA should be selected. Don't change it to merchant field, and then click save. Now what that's going to do is just create the listing in our Seller Central, but what it's also going to ask is for the shipment processes, there's the barcode and the stranded. So we'll click next, and then also add in dangerous goods. Say there's not a dangerous item, so it should come in and click no and no. Here on the dangerous item, click submit. And this is just the natural workflow for Amazon. So we'll click submit and then obviously save and continue. So whenever you create a new listing, it'll automatically go through to that FBA creation, even though it's already in Amazon's warehouses, which is a bit strange. So we'll click here and click continue. And what they're going to do now is it's probably going to go into the shipment creation to create a shipment, but we can literally just skip that. So here we go, send or replenish inventory. We don't need to worry about this. Why? Because the item is already in Amazon's warehouses, we're not shipping it in. So what we need to do is create the listing. The listing's now been done. We can literally just close this window down and then go back to the fixed stranded inventory. Now, the one thing which I'll say is give it about 15 minutes to update, and then obviously that will update on Amazon systems. But that is how you're going to solve that issue with that stranded inventory. So the next one is FBA Instock rate. Now the FBA Instock rate indicates how much value you are getting out of the products by keeping, should we say, your replenishable ASINs in stock. If you're going out of stock on fast selling products, this means you are losing sales. Now, your lost sales represent a missed opportunity to increase your IPI score. Now, what should be done? Here you're asking. We should first know that when a product is fast selling and you're restocking it, it's called a replenishable item. Now, in your stock keeping units or SKUs, you need to mark these products if they are replenishable or non-replenishable. Now, according to Amazon, making a SKU as non-replenishable by hiding it on the restock inventory page removes it from your FBA in-stock rate calculations. It's not in your best interest to hide replenishable SKUs to increase your FBA restock rates due to 3 reasons. Number 1, first of all, doing so does not directly change the IPI score. Number 2, an inaccurate FBA in-stock rate may cause you to miss valuable restock opportunities. And number 3, the SKUs you hide will no longer display on restock recommendations. Just keep that in mind. Now, if you are hiding SKUs by marking them as non-replenishable, it doesn't have any significance to improve your in-stock rate metrics. How are you going to improve your FBA in-stock rate? Well, according to one Facebook comment that we read, he marked his SKUs as replenishable, and these SKUs included his products which had a decent quantity of and were not likely to sell out in the next 7 days, i.e. 20 in stock and they sell 1 a day, for example. Now, this guy had 8 SKUs meeting this criteria and everything else was marked as non-replenishables. Now that means all of a sudden Amazon was seeing that this seller had 8 replenishable SKUs and they were all in stock. Now the only thing he has to do is to monitor if any of the other SKUs get marked as restock and just mark them as non-replenishable. Now to summarize, Amazon encourages you to restock your inventory that are replenishables to, should we say, clear up your space, to improve the speed of clearing up space within their warehouses. Now, lastly, Amazon wants to make sure that customers have the opportunity to buy the items they want each time they visit the Amazon platform, and they want sellers to keep inventory in stock for the ASINs that sell well. Now, in our business, we've deleted inactive listings to improve the in-stock inventory metric and hid restock recommendations. And let me show you how to delete our inactive listings. So I'll jump on the computer and just help you that now. So quite simply, when you're looking to delete a listing, come into your FBA inventory. And what we generally do in our business is come in, and what we are looking for is, generally speaking, I'm going to do date created. I will sort that by the oldest ones first, because I'm looking for the products which are oldest, not the ones that are just about to come in. So I'm looking for those old products. We'll sort that through. And what I will do also as well is turn it to inactive. I'm after the SKUs which are inactive because they have no stock. So if we just turn this back again, so you can see here, now what I am looking for are products whereby there is 000. So we can see we've got some unfillables in here. We've got some reserved items. I'm going to be looking for those products whereby, say for example here, this product right here, it was made back in June. It's got 000. So what we can do is we can come up to here, click on the drop down menu, and then just do delete product and listings. Click that, and then Amazon Seller Central, would you like to delete? And we just click OK. And that allows us to delete it from our inventory, and that'll be no longer there. Now, if you were to delete something by accident, i.e. it did have stock or it came back in stock for some weird reason, don't worry, it'll just automatically fall into the stranded inventory, and so you can recreate that as well. Now, by doing all of these things, we've managed to get our IPI score to 550, and that is a relief because Amazon set the minimum IPI score to 500 at the beginning of July. So we were lucky. We've definitely got that unlimited storage space by keeping our IPI score where it needs to be. Now, what I will say is managing your IPI score is challenging, but more than this, you should be aware of your Amazon account health. It's another part of the administration of Amazon. Now, if you want to know more about Amazon account health, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a video around here about how to keep your Amazon account health healthy. Check that out. I think it's going to really help you. But hopefully you've liked this video. Give me a big thumbs up if you have and it's been useful. Drop a comment down below, any questions, and hey, if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. That's going to notify you when we get more videos out. But for me, Thomas Parkinson and FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.